Alrighty. Not too many people today, so let's go ahead and get started. This may be a little bit of a quick meeting. Alrighty, first up, could I get a designated note taker for today, please?
I'll do it.
Thank you very much. Any new faces? I don't see any new faces, so I think that we can go ahead and move on to outstanding RFCs. First up, we have proposal to introduce new Grawl VM Buildpacks. I think that there's been some back and forth going on these as much as early as last week, but I think that I don't have any updates on this, and I don't see anyone who potentially would, so I think we can move on. Next up, we have codify the creation of new maintainer groups. This has been accepted. There's been a little bit of back and forth conversation between myself, Dan Makusa, and Jan. I think that this sort of question of like, should we be doing everything through RFCs is an interesting conversation that I would like to have with the larger working group as a whole. And I think that Jan and Dan also want to have with the larger working group as a whole. Potentially finding ways to have conversations outside of RFCs and then potentially having even another mechanism to document those decisions might be something that would be interesting to look into. So I think that I need to reach out and say like, hey, should we merge this and then still have this larger conversation, or should we hold off on merging this until we have the larger conversation? So if you have opinions on that, I think that discussion will be happening in the next, week or so. So keep an eye out. And then finally, we have standardized Paketo dependency metadata format. This is mostly like up to date. I think that the biggest question that's left is a metadata format around extensions. I think that I need to come in here and say something to the effect of like, I think that this is being done in an ad hoc method, and we should either sort of nail down how we want to do this, or because like the thing is it's also in a completely separate, like it's in the same format but in a separate like it's not located in Buildpack toml, it's located in an extension toml because it's how you indicate an extension and that sort of thing. But yeah, I would like to maybe disregard this in this current iteration and come up with our own feelings on extensions once we have a better handle on them. I'm a little hesitant to declare like, yeah, this is what extension like an extension piece should look like, while like I feel the actual usage of it is still relatively niche, and we've only done it a couple of times. So I think I need to just put something to that effect. That's like kind of effectively what this response is, but I need to put my own feedback there.
Yeah, I don't have much context on that one. Michael, he will not join today. He has too many meetings.
Yeah, this was like he brought this to this discussion because it's obviously something that's happening in the UBI Node.js extension. And I don't know that this is like a deal breaker for y'all, because I don't think that effectively the way we would process dependencies is going to change. We're just like codifying the fields as they stand. So I don't think that anything would change. You would just like continue to be an ad hoc system. And maybe we like obviously, you know, you're using this dependency manager resolve sort of thing. Maybe we find a way to either make that its own generic or something to some other effect. I don't know, my brain kind of died there, but we'll like potentially making either a more specific and intentional solution, or like finding a way to I don't know, make this relevant. I think that ultimately it would make sense for these to kind of be different, because like the like kind of information that's needed to import these is just kind of feels a little separate.
Yeah, I mean, we also, I haven't read the thread of that pull request, but I feel that we also like, as we implement stuff, we explore what the format of the extension should look like.
For sure.
Yeah, I guess if there are any changes, I mean, let's say that we settle on something. I guess if there are going to be any changes, it's possible to refine it in the future.
For sure.
Like, we have a rough idea. I mean, we know pretty much we know what we want, and it works so far. I guess if there are any changes in the future after this PR, I think it's feasible to add them, right? Okay.
Okay. And then I don't think there's anything else on this one right now. That brings us to the end of our sort of open threads. Is there any questions that people have on any of these before we move on? Okay. Next up, we have CMB updates and questions. I don't have anything for here. I think that like a new version of the life cycle came out recently, but I don't and then there's a like a pre-release life cycle that I have not looked at yet, so I have no updates on it. Are there any project updates that people would like to give? Nope.
Maybe just a Hacktoberfest reminder. I mean, it's the four of us here, but
Yeah, well,
for
one week left in
posterity.
Hacktober. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I guess finally we have open mic discussion topics. Questions/discussion topics. No? All right. Short meeting today. All right. Well, I think that we can go ahead and call it then. See y'all.
Yeah, thank you, first.